like just about him as a player?
His strength and versatility. Like Dave said, he could play either guard spot, and we had in our projection he could also play center. So that part, but he's very powerful, very strong, smart, intelligent player.
What do you look for when you meet with an offensive lineman, and what was he able to do to kind of connect with you?
Well, I think that when you meet with him, just to see his personality, his demeanor, toughness, to play the spot. But I think for us, the versatility came back when we saw him on tape. I think that's what we came back to.
51 starts. Did he play through some injuries? I mean, as far as toughness?
I'm not sure about that. The number of injuries and things like that. The scouts say be a better question for them.
So with the last 2 picks, you've added guys to positions that really a little bit underwhelming the last couple of years to create that competition.
Yeah.
Do you feel much better about the competition at both spots?
That's what we were just talking about in there, especially with Shad. That we're starting to get position groups that there's even more competition, more numbers, to bring that competition level up.
Did you feel at times, whether it's at back or offensive line, that you guys were kind of hamstrung? You kind of had to go with what you had, that you didn't really have a lot of choices?
Well, I think, it was our choice to do what we did, with the youth that we started with. So, that was by choice. But now this is another choice we're making, to bring in added depth, added competition. And, with guys with size. I know that you said, are we changing a little bit more gap scheme? Does that mean – I'd say that size has become more of an issue with us. I mean, we're looking for guys that have a little bit more size. I mean, it's well known. Linder gained weight. Luke Jokel's put on some weight. Zane Beatles has really toned up and put on some good weight. So across the board, I think we're getting bigger. But still, we want that athleticism to be versatile.
Does Beatles need a wake-up call? Is this it? Or?
Well, no, I think, all of our guys, I don't know if it's a so-called wake-up call, but I think for Zane, I think he went through the season, and he probably, didn't play as well as he had hoped. But I thought when he came back in, when we saw him and just visiting with him, I think he knows what he needs to do.
What is that? What's he need to do?
Well, just play more consistent. I think he took on the leadership role with the offensive line, and maybe that, along with what he had to do, was straining him a little bit. But I think he's back now to making sure he does what he needs to do, and then help the other guys around him, but in a little bit different manner.
If you may take a receiver tomorrow or later tonight, but let's say you don't, do you feel good about the group you have in place?
Yeah, we feel good about it, but if there's a guy that's on our board that's high, that's available, just like right here, we were looking at other options, and this guy came up, and he was the highest on our board, and we took him. So we'll see how it shakes out tonight or tomorrow.
Tonight.
He's more of a left guard than a right guard. That's what kind of Dave
communicated. Yeah. I think he can play both. But he's athletic. Usually your left guard's a little bit more athletic because teams will pull the left guard, to the right side of the offensive line. And he has that athleticism to do it.
It's just kind of awkward. You signed Beatles to a big contract just last year, and now you're drafting a guy his position.
No, I don't think so. I think it's, what? When you're building a team, you really need to build it on both sides of the ball, offensive line and defensive line. And this is just a way to build up that side of the line.